Hola, hola, hola guys, it's me and I'm coming to you with a super duper easy tutorial. Just like I said in my last video that I was going to redo a look that I did that for me had a very easy but very nice looking Thanksgiving vibe in my opinion. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that so that we can look sexy in the living room because that's where we'll be. So I don't know if this video is gonna be up the day before Thanksgiving or on Thanksgiving, but if you're watching it before Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. And if you are watching this on Thanksgiving or after, well, then you already know what happened. So I already have my foundation on, concealer. I am baking a little bit under there. I actually added just a little bit extra because I'm going to be packing on my eyeshadow. So just in case there's a little bit of, debris that falls from the eyeshadow, then I can just easily brush it away. You can also put your eyeshadow before foundation, but I'm so used to putting foundation first that I just put the powder on. Okay, so this is just gonna be a very dark brownie type eyeshadow like in my last video. So the palette that I actually used for that one was the Wet n Wild Coffee Cat palette. I also had done a video on that one if you want to check it out. And I'm really only gonna be using like maybe 2 or 3 colors. This is it's really majorly just one color overall, and then you're just gonna blend in a lot. And this is just a very simple application. So we're going to be using 2 brushes today, and I'm going to be using a simple flat eyeshadow brush and your trusty blending brush. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and put on this primer. I have not used it yet. I must have gotten in one of my boxes, but I don't remember which. So this is the Pero Primero primer. So this is from, what company is this? Alamar. So this is Alamar Cosmetics. And I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little bit of that on my eyelid. I haven't used it yet, so just want to see how it looks. Oh, okay, so this is gonna be pretty much like a flesh colored primer, and I'm just gonna go ahead and okay, so I got that primer on. This is a very sticky primer, so I think I also read that you can use this as a glitter primer, so it's very tacky, very sticky, so that's a good thing. I'm just gonna let it set for a little bit, and then we're just going to go into the palette. I'm gonna take my little flat brush here, and just for the purposes of being myself, I'm just gonna go and just start using lighter colors, and then probably what I'll do, pretty much what I did, then go into like this color, and then I'll just use the darkest color and start building it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the first one, which is the super light one, actually waiting until this is set. Okay, so it's set, and I just pretty much just put translucent eyeshadow on top. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start. Let me see, I'm actually gonna go this color here just to start adding that little bit of a transitional base. So as you can see, I'm packing it and then kind of blending it and packing it. And really just because I want that to be a smooth base. Okay, so I'm going to start going with the darker brown now. So it doesn't have to be this exact palette, just a nice brown that you have around, and I'm going to start with this color right here, which kind of reminds me of like a terracotta brown type of thing. So I'm going to dip into my flat brush, get rid of the excess, and I'm just going to start packing the color on my lid. And that's pretty much the gist of this look. You're just gonna keep packing, packing, packing. And as you're doing that, you're going to be, what I like to do is you're kind of like putting it in the crease. So you're kind of like, not obviously jamming the brush in your eye, but you're just pressing the brush right into the crease. You can see that? And that's what you're going to be doing. And as you're doing that, you're going to be building up the color, and then you're going to be kind of lightly blending it. And as you're blending it, putting it in, so you also want to make sure that you are getting into the inner corner of the eye. Same motion. Okay, so as you can see, and mind you, this is just one color, but because I'm doing that motion and I'm like putting it in the crease this way, when you're looking at it from far, it kind of looks like almost like that smoky effect is giving way. And obviously you're going to start blending that very soon, because I think I want to go in with a darker brown after this one. And it, you know, it's gonna be your preference if you're gonna want this brown or you're gonna want a darker brown. But so I'm pretty much just doing this and just lightly, you can see, just lightly blending it in the crease. I'm just gonna take my blending brush and I'm just going to start blending just a little bit because I'm gonna keep layering. But as you can see, I'm just starting to blend just so that it begins to soften a little bit, and then I'm just going to continue on with the same technique. I think I'm going to go with a darker color actually now. Okay, so I'm going to go to the other side of the palette to where the darker colors are, and I'm going to start on a darker brown and see how that works, how it works up actually. Actually, I think I'm going to mix them because there's two different browns here. So I'm going to go ahead and just take two other browns so you can see that getting a little more dramatic color there. Okay, so now you see it's getting a lot deeper in color. I'm going to go back with my blending brush and I'm just lightly blending with a light hand, just the crease so that it gets a little softer. And then I'm going to just, I tend to put some eyeshadow, or I'm going to put some eyeshadow on the bottom, but if you want to start bringing it down to the bottom, you can also do that. But I'm just going to soften this up a little bit. And then I think that I'm going to go and take an even darker brown and then just finish up the process because I kind of like how it looks like this. And then I can just continue with my little Thanksgiving look. So what are you guys doing this year? I am going to my parents' house this year. Well, I go every year. So it's really nothing new. We were supposed to go to Jersey to see my sister and my brother-in-law, my niece. But you know, because things are not too stable in Jersey right now, as far as the virus is concerned. So, you know, we decided to stay put. And it's also been getting really tough to find a testing facility. I remember a few weeks ago it was like really empty to get in, and I guess now because the holidays are closer, Thanksgiving and Christmas and things like that, people are getting ready to leave, they're getting ready to travel, so the lines were just like redonkulous. So I was like, we had like so much trouble finding a testing facility. So at the end, we was just like, we're just gonna wait on it this year. You know, it'll just have to be any other year. That's it. Okay, so I'm gonna be dipping. I'm going to be mixing these two colors. This is like the darkest brown in the palette and one over here. And I'm just gonna mix those two up and just repeat again the same process that I'm doing. Oh wait, okay, so I just am finishing up this look. So I'm going to go ahead, and I used the darkest brown now, just to finish up. I really like how nice and deep that looks. So I'm going to go ahead and take my flat brush, and I'm actually going to put it down here on the waterline. And I'm going to put that as well. And of course, you're going to want to maybe blend the bottom as well, or if you want to leave it dramatic like that, you can as well. I'm going to go ahead and take my blending brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend everything out, make sure that there are no harsh lines or anything like that. Alright, so I just finished blending out the eyes. Now I think I look scary, but it's okay, it's not over yet, y'all. Again, if you feel like this is too dramatic for your taste, I like it. If you feel that this is too dramatic for your taste, you can definitely go back and blend out the bottom, which I probably may blend a little more just so that it looks even more softer. But also keep in mind I have white powder under my face, so I'm gonna have to brush that as well. All right, so I put on my lashes and all that stuff. These are double wispies from Ardell. I kind of was hoping that they would be, I don't know, a little more dramatic, but whatever. So I'm gonna just go ahead and warm up my face a little bit. So I'm using the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette, and I'm just going to use a little bit just to warm my face up, since I've been away for so long from the sun and wearing masks and all that stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this blush from the Mulan collection from ColourPop, and this is in the color Matchmaker, which is just a pretty natural beigey type of blush. And I'm just gonna put a little bit on my cheeks to warm up. I have a little redness going on. I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm gonna go ahead and use the NYX highlighter palette. I don't know what the name is. Anyway, this is how it looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use these first two colors. Or maybe I should use the first one, which is just like really more of a champagne-y type of color. And I'm just gonna go on and put that over here. Okay, so today's lip is going to be from Too Faced, and this is from the little Christmas gift set. And this is in the color Caramel Apple. So I'm gonna just go ahead and use this color. Alright guys, so here is the look. Very simple tutorial for fall or for your Thanksgiving, which is what I did this for. I will link all the products below that were used in this video, which weren't many, and that was the best part of doing these simple makeup tutorials, that you don't need so many tools. So I hope that you guys have a great Thanksgiving and are safe and stay healthy and happy, and I will see you guys in the next video. And by the way, I cut my hair. I hope that you like it. It looked better when I cut it. It always looks good when you go to the hair salon and they like blow it out and all that stuff. Now it's kind of like but you know, it's okay. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.